Hey, what's up, guys? It's George. And so I've had a couple of people recently who've asked me about my eBay situation because some of you guys, may remember hearing this story in the past, but it's been a couple of years now, and so I thought I would, I know, and also a lot of people don't know this story, and so I thought I would share the story again and also share some updates to it. So for those of you that don't know, I used to have a top-rated store on eBay. I've been a reseller for many years now, reselling various different products. But I had a top-rated store, and at one point I was doing over $50,000 a month in sales, and like I said, top rated store, just about like perfect reviews. Very rarely did I get a return, and if I did, I mean, it was just handled. I didn't try to fight customers. I prided myself in excellent customer service and just doing what I had to do to run a good business. And I wanted to run the business for a long time. And I even had I constantly checked in with eBay to make sure that I was doing things by the book, because I even had like an eBay executive that I would communicate with, and he would tell me everything, I'm doing everything great. And because I wanted to make sure if I was doing anything wrong, that I could course correct. And then all of a sudden, one day, when I was at like my peak of business, all of a sudden, one morning I wake up and I got an email from PayPal saying that my account has been suspended permanently for life. The wording was something like, you've been your account's been suspended indefinitely, permanently banned from eBay for life. And I was like, okay, what in the world? I didn't even I thought it was like some glitch or whatever. I had no idea what was going on. Totally baffled, confused. So contact eBay, and sure enough, they tell me that they can't tell me. They tell me, yes, your account. We can see your account has been suspended indefinitely, and that you've been banned for life from eBay. If you ever try to create another account, we'll ban that too, and you'll never be able to use eBay ever again. And when I asked why, they couldn't tell me. Oh, we can't tell you that. It's proprietary information, and we can't tell you that due to other sellers being able to use this information. And that was one of the most frustrating things, and was the fact that they couldn't even tell me what I did wrong. That was, hey, getting kicked off eBay, hey, life goes on. But the most infuriating thing about it was that they couldn't tell me, and still to this day, I don't know why. I don't, I have some different ideas on what might have happened, but I don't know for sure. And so I tried, hard to get back on, and called many different times, and thought maybe, hey, if I'm just persistent at this, I'll get back. But I eventually just got frustrated with it, and it just made me upset, stressed out. So I was like, what, I'm just moving on. Forget about eBay. I'm just gonna. I didn't do anything wrong, at least that I know of. I have no idea, but I'm just got to move on in life. I'm not gonna keep it's David versus Goliath. How am I gonna take on this giant corporation? And I didn't want to have to deal with the stress and everything that comes with trying to fight them, so I just decided to move on. Over time, I just would be like, gosh, I wish I had that eBay account so I could flip some stuff on the side. I moved on. I've always just had this attitude, hey, whatever happened to my life, I'm still gonna move on, succeed, and just keep crushing it no matter what obstacles come in front of me. But part of me still wanted to be able to flip some stuff on eBay to make some extra money on the side, because it was a great way to flip stuff. And so I got, I started to, as I researched, I started to hear all kinds of different ways of getting back on eBay, using a stealth account, which I tried that. Didn't work. I actually got scammed. I tried to buy a stealth account from some scammer, got scammed. I tried to make accounts under different email addresses and different things like that, and they always would catch it. And I even, eventually I heard that, hey, if you try to, if you make, once you get an LLC and, a business ID number and everything, EIN and everything, you can do it under that, and, just use a different address and everything, and then you can get back on eBay. I tried that. They still still ended up, I did it under a different IP. I crossed did it under a different address, used a different IP address, different computer, made sure that I didn't leave any trails leading back to me. Yet somehow they still ended up finding out, that was me. I even used a different bank account, everything. So, but these tech companies, they gotta, obviously they got the technology to figure out anything. So they still figured out with me and banned my account. And definitely, once a year I would reach out to them, try to appeal, because they said once a year I could try to appeal my account to see if I could get it reinstated. Would always deny my appeal, and yeah, so I'm still banned for life from eBay. For those that have been curious, I'm still banned for life from eBay. I've tried so many different ways to get back onto it, and at this point, hey, you just got to move on. I mean, it's cool. Obviously, it hasn't stopped me, because I'm still succeeding, with my businesses without needing to rely on eBay. Fortunately, and this is what I want to share about this, is that I came to realize that if I do need to flip stuff, that there are other sites I can use. I actually personally really like using Facebook Marketplace. People may have their own opinions about that, but I really like Facebook Marketplace. I find that it's very easy just to flip stuff on there, and I find that it's very similar to eBay, in some way actually even easier. There's a lot of other different sites as well, but I use just mainly Facebook Marketplace when I need to ship stuff, and I find that works effective. But yeah, that's that. So I have heard different stories about people being able to get some special number, to call and talk to somebody really high up that can take a look at your account and reinstate it or whatever. But I just kind of, at some point, you just got to move on. And part of me just doesn't even want to give any business to a company like eBay, because that's really frustrating that they could treat their top rated sellers like that, without giving any kind of warning or any idea of even what you did wrong. I can understand, hey, if I was doing something wrong and they gave me a slap in the wrist, hey, as a warning, don't do this again. At least I'd have a chance to course correct and be oh, okay, all right, sorry, I didn't realize that was against your, rules and regulations. But, just being instantly banned for life, without any possibility of being able to come back, without even telling you what you did wrong, especially when you were bringing them a crazy amount of business and they were making a lot of money off me, and it wasn't like I was scamming people. I had a top rated store, excellent customer service. To me, it's just wrong that they would treat their their customers and their sellers like that. So part of me just doesn't even ever want to give any more business to them. But
in a quarter mile,
but it is what it is. I mean, hey, you just, whatever happens in life, you just got to keep moving forward, and just move onwards and upwards. Obstacles and things are always going to happen in life. It's not what about happens to you in life. It's about how you react to what happens to you. That's what makes the difference. And so just gotta move on. And I know that this has happened to other top rated stores as well, because I've seen quite a few stories about this on YouTube from other people that were selling on eBay for many years, some upwards of 20 years, and then overnight they get banned, having no idea what they did wrong. So I know I'm not alone, and that this has happened to a lot of other people as well, and that they heard the same thing, that eBay won't even tell them what they did wrong, or eBay won't tell them what they did wrong or why they're banning them. And so I think that's kind of the craziest thing, that it's they wouldn't even tell you what you did wrong. But hey, I get it. They're a private company. They're allowed to do what it is that they want. And, I'm allowed to do what I want, which is bring my business elsewhere, which is what I've done, and just learned other ways to succeed in life and business without using them. So that's that. For those who are curious about my update with my situation, I never did get back onto eBay. And I guess my advice to you guys, if you do use eBay, hey, that's great, take advantage of it while you can, but I would recommend not to rely on it 100%. Have backup platforms and other different things you use as well, and just back up, understand that could happen to you at any moment, just like it's happened to me and many other people as well. And then there's really not much you can do in that situation. So just make sure you got backup. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure that you got backup as well, so that if they pull the rug out from underneath you, you can still keep moving forward. All right, guys, let's make it a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year. Let's make it a great life.